Hello students, this is Professor Taramati Nakod from Government First Grade College, Kundgod. Welcome back to Principles of Foreign Exchange class. In today's class, we are going to discuss functions of foreign exchange market and transactions in foreign exchange market. Now, let us see what are the functions. First one, foreign exchange market offers a platform for exchange of financial obligations between the nations and their currencies. Globalization and increasing role of MNCs in world business is increasing the importance of foreign exchange market. It is the biggest market having transactions around the clock. Foreign exchange market is doing an important service to a global business and helping to increase living standard of people. It basically undertakes the following functions. Right? So first, it is a platform for exchange of obligations of two currencies, two countries. Right? Next, finance and credit function. Like domestic business, international business also need facility of credit and finance. An importer needs facility of a credit on his foreign credit purchase or import that is guaranteed by a bank through LOC, that is letter of credit. Then MNCs need a huge amount of finance. They raise capital for their subsidiaries located in different countries. Foreign exchange market provide facility to raise capital from the global market through ADRs, GDR and other likewise instrument. It enables early settlement of such financial transactions through its international money market. That means foreign exchange market is providing finance and credit to the importer as well as a MNCs. For importer, they are providing letter of credit facility, and for MNCs, they are providing ADR facility, GDR facility. By floating ADR and GDR, MNCs can get the money from international market. The next one, hedging function. Dealing in foreign exchange market, that is any kind of exchange of currency, is exposed to the risk of a price variation. Always there is a change in the foreign exchange rate. Foreign exchange market provides external techniques of minimizing or reducing such risk through techniques like options, futures, forwards and swaps. Organizations like clearinghouse, money market are part of foreign exchange market that offer hedging operations. So hedging function is nothing but it is a technique of minimizing the risk. So these are the external techniques. So they are options, futures, forwards and swaps that we will discuss later in the next class. Promotion of organizations and instruments. As I said above, foreign exchange market is initiating development of a new institutions like LIBOR, MIBOR, SWIFT, CHIPS, IIMs, etc. It is inventing a new instrument like variety of swaps, futures, options. The purpose of this initiative is to expand the operation of foreign exchange market, make transactions safe, ensure speed and thereby encourage growth of international business. So here foreign exchange market function is to promote the organization and introduce new instrument in the market so that more institutions involved in the market, more instruments are there in the money market. So it will lead to the growth of the market, and they also like to make the safety and ensure a speedy settlement and the growth of international business. Then next one, global money market. Foreign exchange market is moving towards a universal global money market. It is creating a system adapting to latest technology, promoting institutions and encouraging people to participate in easy, quick and safe conversion of currencies of different countries. Nowadays, exchange of foreign currencies has become easy because it has become global. Then an acceptable global money market that can give further fillip to global business and increasing in living standard of people. So people from any country can buy goods from any country. They can enjoy the international product, means their living standard is also increasing. The days may not be far from where in any currency is acceptable in the corner of the world. Some of these initiatives can be seen in case of currencies like euro, dollar, yen, pound, etc. Similar kind of acceptability may come for a currencies like Indian rupees. Okay, then we will see the transactions in the foreign exchange market. Here we can see the first one is spot transaction. So a spot transaction is an exchange for two currencies at a prevailing rate in the market, and there is immediate delivery for transacted currency. A period of 2 is allowed, excluding holidays and market weekend, for delivery of a contracted currency. Nearly 35% of transactions in foreign exchange market are a spot transaction. Transaction, in this, immediate buying, selling and settlement of the transaction is done. Features of this market, these transactions are: physical delivery of contracted currency takes place, then delivery or exchange of currencies within 2 days, excluding holidays. Then contracted price is a spot price or a prevailing market price. It is a direct exchange between two currencies that involves transfer of cash, not just contract. So immediate transaction take place. Then next one is a forward contract. These are the contracts that are popularly called as forwards. They are opposite to spot contracts. It is a contract for a delivery of a currency on a specified future date at a predetermined price. It is a contract undertaken in spot that is executed in future. Means contract you have taken today but is executed in a future date. A forward contract can be defined as a delivery of one amount of certain currency for another certain amount of another currency at a specified rate on a specified settlement date. Means you are doing a contract today and the settlement of a specific amount is done on a specific rate and specific date, means in future. Okay. Then the features of the forward markets are: delivery of a contracted currency on a specified future date. It is called as settlement date. Forward contract rate. Forward contract rate at which it is agreed to deliver the currency. Forward premium and discount. It is a difference between spot price on which the contract is made and the rate at which currency is promised to be delivered on a specified future. Okay, so it is a difference between forward rate and the spot rate. So if forward rate is more than the spot rate, it is quoted at premium. If forward rate is less than the spot rate, so we say it is quoted at discount. Next, forward rates are determined by banker. Such forward rate premium or discount depends on the demand and supply aspect in the market. Next, physical delivery of a currency may take place or contract may be settled for net difference amount. Net difference amount is a difference between forward rate and the spot rate on the date of maturity or settlement. So here there are possibility of physical delivery as well as settlement of only the net difference amount. Next, a forward contract act as a hedge, means it is covering the risk, or it is called as also insurance against likely risk due to fluctuation in foreign exchange rate. It acts to the advantage of importer or a exporter. Forwards may also be undertaken with a speculative purpose. A trader may take a risk of speculating increase or decrease in future price of a foreign currency and enter into a deal to buy or sell. If price of a foreign currency moves as per his expectation, he makes a speculative gain, otherwise loss. In such case, he has a no trading interest. So he entered into a forward contract to make a profit out of a price speculation. So these people are called as a speculator who will buy the goods today with an intention to sell at a later date at a higher price. If the things go according to his expectation, he has a profit, or else he will incur a loss. Then a forward deal is undertaken expecting an appreciation or a depreciation of a particular foreign currency in which a party is interested. So here, appreciation of a foreign currency takes place when its value increases compared to domestic currency or a currency in which party is interested. Now let us take an example. The present rate between the dollar and the rupee. For example, it is 60 per dollar. If dollar rate rises to rupees 61 per dollar, there is an appreciation of dollar. That is, a dollar which was available at rupees 60 now it is available at 61. 1 rupee more is to be paid to acquire a dollar. It is appreciation of a dollar value in comparison with the rupee. So value of rupee is depreciated to that extent. The existing size of the market for forward contract is 12.5% globally. A forward deal may be a retail or a wholesale deal. A retail contract is normally entered between a banker and his customer. Such customer may be an individual, that is importer or exporter, or a company which is engaged in investment activities. So a wholesale deal is entered between banker and a financial institution. So the deals can be retail deals or they can be wholesale deal. Then dollar, yen, euro, pound sterling, Canadian dollar, Swiss franc are the some of popularly traded currencies in a forward market. Currencies of less developed countries like India, Pakistan, South Africa, etc. have limited market. Then participants in a forward market try to offset a short position, means sell, by long position, that is buy. Participants may enter into a long position and a short position by entering into a forward contract, means they can go for buying or a selling of a currency, right? So here short position means selling, long position means buying. Then it may be over the counter exchange deal that may be entered between a banker and his customer, means a wholesale deal may be exercised through systems like SWIFT, CHIPS, etc. So these are the networks, or it's a, we can say, online settlement arrangements between the countries for settlement of their foreign transactions. Okay, so with this we are going to conclude today's class. We will take the more aspect of foreign exchange in the next class. Till then, take care. Thank you.